Hello. Welcome to the gardening channel of Andrew and Jodie. Oh God, what are we showing you? I've harvested all the onions. They're the last ones. I've ripped them all out. I'll show you where I've took them from now, because there is a reason why I'm showing you that I've took the onions out, because this you will understand in a sec. So I've took them out. I've got a little piece of twine. I've put a loop in each end. I've looped it around the tops there, and then I pulled it tight, and then I've just hung the other loop on just on the nail in there, just to let them dry out a little bit. So they're the last of the white onions, those, and those ones which are down there. They're not the biggest, but I think when they're smaller they store better anyway, so it's not always such a bad thing. So right, come hither, come with moi. So basically, the onions, those onions that are in there, the ones that are planted in between the strawberry beds, yeah. And obviously, when I was taking them out and I was weeding in between, there's quite a lot of these strawberry runners. Zoom on in, Jode. Zoom on in. So basically, when the plant's finished doing its thing, what it does is it sends out these basically shoots, shoots, okay?
Yep.
There you go.
Perfect English.
Proper English, like a scholar. And it sends these shoots out, and then along these shoots, every, I don't know, what's that, 8 inches maybe, it starts a new plant. So when that sits on the soil like that, roots start to come out of. You can just see them starting to come out the bottom of there. Yeah, so the roots start to come out. It obviously takes root, and then the mother plant just, I don't know, this section here where it's connected to the mother plant just dies off over the winter, and then the next year you've got another plant. However, for obvious reasons, I don't want plants just littered all over the bed and them all competing for the same space. So what I've done is I'll keep like, there's obviously the original plant. I mean, yeah, there's a good example of this one because it's already rooted in the soil. Looks at. So but yeah, there's another one as well I pulled out the other day. So basically, what I'd normally do is I mean, I've got a lot of strawberry plants now anyway, so these are just good for gifts. So obviously, I want to thin the bed out, and all I've done is I've got a seed tray, a little cell tray there of compost, and literally all I do is just make a little thing, push that in there like that. And I'll show you one like a blue Peter.
One you did earlier.
One I did earlier. So obviously I've just pushed these ones in there yesterday, and then I thought, oh, I'll save one because it might be a good little video maybe. And I've literally just pushed each one into a cell tray, and then I've got a gravel tray here with some water in, and I've literally just dropped them in the water there, so they'll soak the water up from the bottom, and that'll encourage the roots to go down anyway. So once I've left them in there for a day or two, I'll take them out and I'll put them on the front so they can drain off a little bit. But obviously, while they're fresh, a little bit of extra water is probably not a bad thing. See that?
Yes. Impressive that
Like
was.
the Bruce Lee of the gardening world.
Impressive.
Bruce Lee. Throwing golf balls up. Yeah, so what I did last year was I got some little pots of compost that were just like a little 3-inch pot, and I put the compost in, and I basically pushed these into the compost and left them attached to the mother plant, because obviously that feeds them and helps them out while they're getting established. However, I'm not quite as fussed about them this year, whether they're necessarily going to make it or not, because like I said, I'm going to gift them out as plants. So I'm just going to pick the ones that have got like a little bit of root forms, like a little bit of root starting on them, and I'm pretty sure that they'll survive pretty good anyway. I saw another guy doing one on YouTube, and he didn't well, I've seen him doing this one on YouTube. This was a while ago, but he didn't pot them up while they were still connected to the mother plant. He just, when they got to that stage, snipped them off, pushed them in water, and all of these survived. So I'm kind of hoping. I mean, this compost.
That's a bit similar to what I do with my houseplants. Is I just put them in, snip them off, and then put them in. They still grow.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, the thing is,
the spider ones.
I've got like some of these. Look at them; they're already taking root. So, you know, for instance, I can take that one off there, and that one there. And both of them have already got good roots on, so they've already done. So yeah, I'm not exactly being graceful with these. I'm literally just. Probably will start growing in the compost now. Keep a few good ones. Yeah, so you might remember the other day when I said, you know, when I was being a little bit ruthless in the main strawberry bed there, where I've cut literally, I've done similar to what I've done there, and I've just literally grabbed all of that and just cut it off, cut all the leaves off. There with, got a weed there, roots on there. If you look at them now, look, this was literally like a week ago. And look at them now, literally a week later, and look how much they've grown back, or not even, well, might be more like 10 days. Ignore the, what jimmajiggas.
Half-eaten salad.
Yeah, ignore the lettuces, the pigeons have been giving it some. I did think that that might be the case, so I thought I'd leave them just to see, but they have been ripping into them, so hence the reason I've took the net off the strawberries now and chucked it onto there. Yeah, so I don't know whether I've said this in a previous video, that normally I'd normally like to do this mulching back a little bit sooner. I know spreading compost as well is predominantly like something that you do at the end of the year, and you spread your compost on, and obviously to mulch the soil and nourish the soil over the winter, let the worms do their thing. But I've been thinking about it a little bit lately, and from when I've put some, because I've mulched some of my beds earlier than what you normally would, and I thought about it, and I thought, well, if the weather's still a little bit good, it gives all the, like, if there's any little weed seeds in there, it gives them a chance to germinate, and then by the time the winter comes in, it'll kill them all off, hopefully. So it might even be, you know, easier next year and less weeding to do, or at least if I spread the compost and some little weeds do start to come off, I can just hoe them off, and then yeah, might make my life a little bit easier next year. This is why I like to get onto reducing all the foliage earlier on in the season, and clearing all the weeds up rather than now. So if you look beyond and see these little weeds here, these ones with a little, they actually look quite pretty, to be fair. They're like
Little orange flowers on
yeah,
them.
they've got little orange flowers, but look, if you look underneath there, see all of these? They're all because I've left them too long, they've gone to seed. Normally I'd like to get these out before they get to that stage and go to seed, and then drop them all in the bed. So what I've got here is, you can see with this bed, look, see, there's one, there's another one, there's all these little seeds everywhere. You see them all of these little round seeds, look, here, here. So obviously they'll sit there now, they'll germinate, and like that I'm going to hoe all of them off next year. So what I did when I took all these out, and I saw that they'd gone to seed, is down on the other side of the fence there, that's on the path. I've just put everything that I've cut down, instead of putting in a compost bin, I've just put it along the edge of the path. Hopefully it'll self-seed in there a little bit. Like I said, the little flowers actually look quite nice, and it'll edge the path, hopefully, as well. Yeah, I think a lot of these, whatever that weed is, someone did tell me what it was the other week, but I can't remember what they said. Yeah, I think, see, I've got all this cow muck in there. I think when it's come from the farm, wherever it's come from, it had it in that. I didn't really have any of them weeds until I put this cow muck on, and everywhere I put that down. this compost here right at the bone. Right at the bone. Gentle with these, literally just sucking small roots off like that. Literally finger, push, poke it in, God, literally as quick as that. Ignore these are just the ones that are left over. Strays. Kept them just in case I had someone I could give them to. Gone a bit over some of these, have I? Been trying to get onto these for about, I don't know, 10 days or something. Every time I come up, it's the job I forget about, and then they look good though, don't they? Weird looking plant.
Those are the thornless ones.
Nah, they're not the very big thorns though, are they? I said they're right on the peak. These might have to be freezers, these ones.
It's just they make it to the washing process. They're probably just all bit up into nothing.
Bugs in them. Like I said, when they've gone that dark, they're like peak sweetness, like, but these ones are good though. Right, so we've done the bed. It looks demolition, but I can assure you, in a couple of days, maybe 2 weeks, then plants will spring back up a little bit. I'll put some compost down and that'll be honky dory. Luna's doing a bit of weeding herself there, aren't you, Luna? You pulling all that grass out for me, are you? Yeah. We've picked some while we're up here, and we were doing that. We've obviously potted those up, and we've got 12, 24, 36 plants we've managed to create just off of obviously the runners we took off the beds. We've picked some runner beans, which we haven't really been keeping on top of, have we really? We've had some of them, they're like this long and like, dry and horrible. So we've slung them, and then when I cut the broccoli, I cut the main heads off, and I've left the plants in, and this is what you get. These are like little side shoots, so all like the whole bottom of the bucket's full of them. So they're like basically little mini broccoli, almost like sprouting broccoli. So you get like a second flush. So beans I didn't need the bed, that's what's gone in there. And what I've also, beans I didn't need to reuse the bed, I left the plants in, and that was it. And I've also pulled a sweet corn off because I've got to be honest, my thinking is it's not going to quite be ready, but the tops are starting to die over. They look a good size, so I thought I'd just pull one off and have a look. I was going to do it at home, but I'm bringing you in for the ride here. Come on, baby. At least you get to see if it's a nice full cob. Wanna have a look, Loon? You like sweet corn, don't you, Loon? Oh,
it looks good.
Look at that. So at least,
Almost
so like,
is that perfect?
yeah, it's a pretty good cob, that.
Flipping out.
So every one of these hairs, like I said before, goes down to an individual cob, and providing every one of those ones gets fertilised by the little tassels at the top when the pollen falls down, you get a full cob. So that's obviously been pollinated really well. I'll tell you what, I reckon another couple of days and they can pretty much all come off. So that's the result. There's tomorrow's dinner. I'll leave some of that there for the compost. That's it. Nice looking cob, innit? Good size, isn't
Yeah,
they?
it's really good. Yeah.
And how many do you reckon we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 15. Got to be 20 there. Probably 35 cobs. That's good. And how much is a sweet corn cob?
I
They're
don't know,
quite expensive.
89p.
Huh?
Oh, I don't know. Is it 89p for two or something like that, or a pound?
It's more than that, isn't it?
I don't know.
Always, because I always think, flipping out, they're expensive. So, making money this year, I think, can't be easy. But anyway, yeah, that's us done because it's late. We're both tired and we're going home. Going home, make me learn. See you later. Skydiving gym. Waiting for duty. See ya. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Go. Go on, Loon. No, Loon. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on, Loon. You can do better than that. Come on. That's it. That's better. Ignore the camera, Loon. Ignore the camera.